very clear consensus among the industry about how long surveys ought to be. I mean, the feeling seems to be around about sort of 17, 18 minutes or so is the optimum for a telephone interview, 15 minutes or so for a web survey, and 7 minutes maximum for a mobile survey. Although in fact half the people think that we interviewed think that it should be 5 minutes or less. So you don't really get much opportunity for a lot of questions within a 5-minute interview, and I think that's a problem that the industry is having to wrestle with at the moment. But I mean, across these different topic areas, I think one of the messages that comes out to me about this is that there is a lot of technology available. You know, there's a fantastic choice of tools and approaches that people can be making, but it's still uneven the extent to which research companies are actually engaging with some of these things. So in the area of panels, for instance, you know, we're looking at how incentives are perhaps distorting a lot of the results that people are getting out of their surveys from doing this, and the extent to which incentives are used. You know, we discovered that it's about 2/3 of the surveys that are done involve panels with incentives given to them. So there's a massive amount of research that's being done through this. But the tools that people are using to actually monitor the quality and the effectiveness are really quite simple and limited in what they're doing. You know, you could easily apply a big data approach to this whole issue of panel quality and actually feeding the data back into the panel and understanding not just at a survey level but across, you know, all of the participation of the people in the panel, to the extent to which they are behaving you know, honourably in the way that they're completing, or whether they are actually cheating. But there's very little going on in that area, and that sort of bridges across to what we see on the analysis side as well, in that the analysis and the presentation of data. You know, there are many technological ways that you can improve what you're doing that, and embedding these reporting systems into the kind of information ecostructure of enterprises that are buying the research data. And I know it's a difficult thing to do, but it's surprising just how little it's being done. And the areas where people are reporting that they're increasing on the kinds of deliverables they're providing are in the very simple sorts of, you know, PowerPoint and Excel, and effectively files that can be delivered by email to people, rather than actually getting plugged into these sort of corporate information management systems, which is really where research should be. So it's actually on people's desktops.